Hi guys, this is MaryKay. Welcome back to my channel, and we're just going to jump into today's video. So today's video is something I haven't done in a long time, which is a talk through tutorial. So the lovely Sammy commented on a look that I created whilst reviewing the MaryKay foundation, and she asked me to recreate the look. She really liked it. I will pop up a comment so you can see what she said, and obviously any excuse to play with the Jackie Aina palette, I'm here for it. I did use the Jackie Aina palette to create the look. I'll pop an image of the look as well so that you guys can see. So if you are interested in finding out how I created that look, then keep on watching. It was super easy, nothing complicated. Just get your palette, get your stuff, and let's just jump right into the video. I'm not gonna lie guys, one of the reasons why I stopped doing talk through tutorials as much is because I thought my voice was kind of annoying, but it's really nice to hear from you guys that you don't find my voice annoying. And some of you actually like it. So I will try to incorporate a bit more like talk throughs and stuff in my videos. So for today's look, as I said, we are going to be using the Jackie Aina palette. So I'm going to do everything on camera. So this is going to be a full talk through. I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks. So yeah, let's have some fun today, shall we? The first thing I'm going to do is my brows. So I tend to do my brows now before I moisturize and before I prime, and that's just because the brow pencil that I use sticks better to dry skin as opposed to any moisturized skin or brows or anything. And I do suffer from sparse hairs, so anything to allow more grip to the pencil is great in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean my brows because I already moisturized my face this morning, but I'm going to clean the area around my brows, and then I'm going to dive in with the XX Revolution XS Fine Brow Pencil. I absolutely love it. This is the third one that I have, and I'm going to need to place an order soon because I am almost out of it. So yeah, let's jump into that. Once you've got the structure of the brow in place, I'm going to go in and set my brow and kind of like give my brow hairs some direction of travel, if you like, because they're really stubborn. They like to curl down and it doesn't really match the flow of the brow. So to keep it in place, I'm going to use the Morphe Brow Setting Gel. This is a translucent one. And I literally just run it through my brows in the direction that I want them to lay. And that helps to keep them in place. Like so. So obviously I'm going to need to clean up my brows because they're looking a little thick, okay, a little fat. So I'm going to use my P. Louise base in Rumor 0.5 or 0.5. That's the one that kind of matches my skin tone quite nicely. So now that the brow hairs are in place, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows because they're looking a little thick. And today I'm going to use the new Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base in Cocoa. So I'm going to zoom in just so you guys can see. I absolutely love this because it looks really nice on my skin tone and it would look nice on darker skin tone, also look nice on any skin tone really, depending on what colors you want to blend. I'm going to be using loads of browns, loads of lighter brown colors, and a beautiful shimmer color, so I think this would work nicely to clean up my brows and also as an eyeshadow base. Blending underneath the brow for now. I'm going to use my foundation to really carve the top. So I'm applying it, and I'm using a P. Louise brush. Hasn't got a name, but it's one of the base brushes that she sells. I know they come in a pack, and they're really handy for applying base on your lid and also for carving out your brows. So, and I absolutely love the new GC shade extensions. If you guys don't know, I do work with GC. They're amazing. I love Jen, so definitely check out the clean bases. I had the privilege of trying them out earlier on, so I've been playing a lot with the colors, and I absolutely love them so much. So I'm just applying the base all over my lid in a patting motion. Making sure to get in the inner corners and blending out the edges. Now that that's all blended, I'm going to start off with my first color, and I like to work my way from darkest shade, in terms of matte, darkest shade, blend it out, and then apply the shimmer, and it just makes application so much easier. So I'm going into the Jackie Aina ABH collaboration. Mine looks hella loved. And that's what mine looks like, and I'm going to be going in with that dark brown shade called Credit, and I'm going to apply that in my outer corner and gently drag it into my crease. I'm doing this with very light pressure. You don't want to press your hand too much so as not to disturb the base. You want to gently massage the color onto the base so that it grabs onto the color that you're trying to apply. And it does take time to build the color, because you're going in with a little bit at a time. It's not a rushed process. And each time making sure that it's blended nicely. And I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm just going to stop there and then just blend it right there. Make it like a nice soft brown color. Now to blend out the edge of Credit, I'm going to be using Edges. Edges is that beautiful burnt brown type of shade, and I'm just going to use it to gently blend out the edge of Credit and bring that into my inner crease. And I'm going to use a fluffier blending brush to do this, and I'm using the Morphe M518 brush. And what I like to do is start from the inner corner this time, because I really want to bring it into the inner crease to give me a really warm effect on the inside. And then rather than drag it into Credit, I'm going to use it to blend out the edge of Credit. Again, it's a little bit at a time, and it's just building the intensity and the shadows. And I'm just going to gently drag that out in the outer V, just so I've got a bit more of a V shape. And it's all about the blend. Don't worry if you if you've blended out a little bit of credit too much. We are going to go in and intensify credit a little bit more. But we want edges to do her work first. For an additional layer of blend, I'm going to go into ginger, which is that light brown color, and I'm going to use that to blend out edges and just make sure that it's really smooth around the brow bone area. And to do this, I'm going to be using the Morphe E27 brush. Now, if you guys didn't know, I do have an affiliate code with Morphe, and is it really an affiliate code? Like, I don't make any money from it, but it shows Morphe that people do shop with my code, and hopefully it counts towards getting an affiliate code that would bring in money with Morphe. So you guys can use GlamFam553 to save some money on Morphe. So I am, again, no pressure, a little bit at a time, even tapping off the excess and blending the edge of edges. What you don't want to do is disturb your brow, so make sure it doesn't touch your brow, but it's blending. So you guys can see that is blended, but we have lost quite a bit of credit, so we are going to go back in with credit and really deepen that crease. You should have something like this really nicely blended, and all that remains is the lid color. So for my lid, so the color that I'm going to use is called Dwellers, and I'm going to apply that on my lid, but I'm not going to drag it all the way to the end of my lid. I just want it to blend quite nicely with credit. Now for Dwellers, you can either apply it wet or apply it dry. Because I don't want to add any more color, any more base to my lid, I'm going to apply it dry and see if it adheres, because I can't remember if I wet my brush actually. So let's see. Don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't. So yeah, I'm just going to apply it not in any specific shape. I'm not trying to cut my crease or anything. I'm just going for a nice blended look. And then when that's on there, I go in with edges again, and this time to just blend around it, just so that it doesn't look like I just plunked the color there. It kind of needs to blend in a little bit. And then I go back in with edges and do the same, so that it's nicely blended together. Yeah, we have it as so. I might actually wet my brush and go again and just see what it looks like, but so far this is what you've got. Let's see, I've wet my brush now, so let's see if it makes a difference. Yeah, it does make a difference. I think I did wet my brush because now it has more of that metallic type of look. Yeah, I believe I did wet my brush. Yep. There's a difference, girls. There's a difference. Alright. Here we go. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye and come back to y'all. So both eyes are done and I've cleaned up around my eye area. So I'm going to start off with my face. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to moisturize and I'm going to use the Ofra Peptide Complex Moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. I'm actually almost done with it because it feels really nice on my sensitive skin. And it looks really nice on the makeup as well. It helps to keep my skin looking dewy without it being oily. And I make sure I add some underneath my eyes as well. And I give it a few minutes to dry, so I normally just use my fan to dry that. Because you kind of want to make the moisturizer dissolve nicely into your skin before you apply your primer on top. Now that that's in, I'm going to go ahead with my trusty primer, and this is the Good Molecules Silicone Free Priming Moisturizer. I've talked about this primer from Good Molecules several times here on my channel. It works for every single foundation that I have. It keeps my skin feeling hydrated, moisturized, but still keeps it primed and looks really nice under foundation. So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely do. Plus it's affordable on Beautylish. I want to say it's about $14. I'm not sure, but honestly guys, and I've had this for a while and this is where I am. Like, I've had this for a long time, and those of you that watch my videos know that I use this in almost every video. So yeah, I'm just gonna blend that in, and same as the moisturizer, I'm gonna leave it to really absorb into my skin. So for my foundation, I use the MaryKay matte 3D foundation because I was reviewing this foundation. This foundation isn't full coverage. Definitely watch my review. I will link it in the cards and also in the description box. And I'm really not in the mood to color correct, so I'm going to be mixing a little bit of the Juvias Place foundation because this one has really high coverage. So I'm going to be using these two today. Go in with my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer in C12.5, and I love these concealers because the wand is amazing, the coverage is amazing, and it's super affordable. So I'm going to apply this and then I'm going to set it with my setting powder. using a brush to apply my powder ensures that I don't use too much, and also gives me a nicer finish. So I've been using a brush lately to set my under eye, and it looks amazing. I'm just going to use my face powder to set the rest of my face quite gently. Not too much powder. I'm setting my neck as well. Don't want it to be cakey, so just a little bit of powder. So now I'm going to bring some warmth to my face, and I'm using the Revolution Pro Sculpting Bronzer in Enrobe, and this is a sculpting bronzer, so I use it to sculpt. You can use it as just a bronzer, but I like to use it to kind of chisel out my cheekbone and just bring some shape back to my face. And with this one, definitely a little bit at a time. Look a little bit crazy, but trust me, it's all gonna blend together. So I stopped contouring my nose quite a while ago. Instead, I just use shadow to kind of like bring in the inner corner of my nose a little bit. So we've lost a little bit of edges from the Jackie Aina palette, so I'm just going to take same brush and really bring the definition back in, so that it's got a nice shape to my nose without actually having to contour my nose. And it also helps to blend out where the foundation is taking off the shadow. Everything is about finishing touches, so to make sure everything is blended like so. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the shadows on my lower lash line. So first I'm going to line my waterline, and I'm going to use a black kohl pencil. Basically any soft black kohl pencil will do, because what you want to do is smudge it out with credit. So you kind of want to bring it towards the bottom of your lower lash line a little bit. Don't go overboard, it's very easy to, but start off with a waterline. And when you've got that, just bring it down a little bit like so, so that when you blend it, it looks nice and smoky. Okay. Now with the exact blending brush from Sigma, and this is the E32 brush. I also have a discount code for Sigma, which is an affiliate code, so I do make some money off any purchase, but there is no extra like addition to your order. It just helps me out a little bit. So yeah, if you guys want to shop Sigma, please use my code, but no obligation to. It's just, it would really help. So I'm going to use that to blend out the black on the lower lash line, and this you want to take your time to do. So I'm taking edges on it and I'm tapping off any excess, because you've already done your base, and the last thing you want to do is to have loads of brown shadow all over your lovely base. So you get something nice and smoky. And what I like to do when it's blended out is to go back in with a kohl liner, this time just focusing in my waterline only, and reapply. Every little thing makes a difference, trust me. So for my eyes, I didn't apply a wing liner, but I did apply a little bit of a line to kind of conceal the band of my lashes. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to apply my lashes off camera. BRB. Now before I go in with my mascara, I like to use the Morphe Luminous setting spray. Now guys, if your makeup looks cakey or powdery or anything, definitely use this spray. I know there are loads of setting sprays out there, and trust me, you know, I've tried them all. I've tried a lot, but this one impresses me. It just makes the powder look really, really luminous, even if you've got oily skin. The rest of them are more like setting, mattifying types of sprays. This one is to combat that dry look, especially around underneath the eyes. Where I've set it with powder, it kind of looks, it doesn't look natural. So when I set it with this and I use the luminous spray, you guys are going to see the difference. So this is what it looks like. I haven't set it with anything, and you can see the powder and everything all over my face. And then with the spray, I'm gonna dry that down. Do you see the difference? Like, it looks like it's all melted into my skin. There are certain parts of my face I still need to fully dry, but underneath my eyes look like it's really melted and blended into my skin, which I live for. So I wanted to show you guys that before I go in with my mascara. So for my lashes, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. This is the mascara I have been using hands down ever since it came out. I've used it in a couple of videos. I use it in every single... I use it in every single look, and I absolutely love it. The wand, the applicator, everything, and the way it separates my lashes and my bottom lashes, it doesn't sting my eyes. I freaking love it. Right, so lashes are on, and I'm using the Eyelash Emporium lashes. I don't know what style, but they're the Eyelash Emporium lashes, and I absolutely love them. So blush, a little bit of blush. So I'm using the Sleek Blush by 3 in Sugar, and this is what it looks like in the palette. It's very, very pretty. It's got a little shimmer shade in the middle, so if you're not one to really apply highlighter, you can use that. And I'm using my brush to apply it. It's so pretty, isn't it? This gives you that nice flush of color. And I like to apply a little bit on my nose. And it's coming out quite beautifully and girly. Just the way I like it. Woo! I love it. I love when I can see my blush, because I know she gonna fade in a bit. So next is my highlighter. Now, who remembers this? Who remembers this OG? Like, everybody and their mama. If anyone could sell anybody, they'd sell somebody to buy this highlighter. This highlighter was the talk of everything. So I still have mine. I still use mine because she's absolutely gorgeous. And I like to apply her with a slightly damp brush. I don't like to spray my brush or anything. I just like to wipe my brush with a wipe, and then I go over the highlighter. She is pretty loved. I do love her. She's very smooth, beautiful highlighter, as you guys can see. And I just hit the high points of my cheekbone. Just to show that a highlighter can last many, many years and still perform like a dream. Like, I still use this. You know, when you're applying your makeup and you want to use like your OG of OG products, I always reach for this one, because at least I know how this applies and I know how it looks with every makeup look. So cool tone, warm tone, type of look, so I tend to travel more with this highlighter. Well, pre-corona. I haven't gone anywhere since COVID hit, so hopefully that would change. And I like to hit my cheeks as well. And then just a little bit, my cupid's bow, and a tiny bit on my nose. And that's why I like to apply my highlighter, so it just hits, boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, boom. Right, so next is my lips. So I'm going to apply the Makeup Academy lip pencil in Obsession. This is a gorgeous brown lip pencil, and I basically use this for every kind of like nude lipstick that I wear because it is so versatile, so soft. I'm going to line my lips with it, and then I'm going to apply Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. This is one of my like classic nude lip combinations, if you guys know what I mean. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go over with Charlotte Pillow Talk. You guys can see it's like an expensive looking nude lip combo. You know, your lips but better type of nude lip combo. Love it. I almost forgot, I always put a little bit of my highlighter or any kind of like gold highlighty shade from the palette in my inner corner, just to help open it up a little bit. So I am doing that right now. I like to blend it so that it doesn't look like I just plunked a color on there. Right. Now this is the finished look, guys. What do you think? I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. Yes. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Thank you so much, Sammy, for asking for a recreation of this look. I absolutely love it. This is one of those looks that I wear to events and whatnot, especially when I'm spending time away from my city. I always pack the Jackie Aina palette or a similar palette that I can quickly throw some looks together. Huda Beauty has some really gorgeous palettes as well. Just something really versatile that I can get quick, gorgeous looks from. And as I said, I always use my tried and trusty products. So my foundation, to my bronzer, to my highlighter. And it just always comes out looking perfect because I know what it's going to look like. I know how hot it looks like, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you found it useful. Let me know in the comment box if there are any other looks you guys have seen that you want me to recreate, or any eyeshadow palettes specifically that you would like me to use. I did say on my community tab that I am in a little bit of a funk. I'm not really too sure what you guys want to see on my channel. I've been seeing the views plummet. They were never really that high anyway, but they've just been going down and down, and I'm not one to let it bother me, but sometimes it does bother me because I put in a lot of time and effort into these videos and into this content, and if it's not something you guys want to see, then there's almost no point, because really I hardly get anything, and I mean hardly get anything off YouTube. So I'm funding all of this and doing all of this out of my own pocket, so it would be really nice if you guys could tell me exactly what it is that you want to see, and hopefully it will improve the views, which then improves whatever minute income YouTube decides to throw my way. But yeah, it's really hard in these streets. It's really hard staying motivated and affording to pay for these equipments, but any help you guys can render, be it in comments, in sharing the videos, in likes, in using affiliate codes when you do shop from these sites, anything like that would be really helpful. So I don't know who's calling me midway through conversation, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because that does really help me out a lot. And I will catch you guys in a future video. Bye.